boys and girls, hello everyone. Hey, Eugene here, Hughes Motorized. I got something cool going on. I'm going to show you how I build a Board Track Replica. No, it doesn't have, hold on one second, this is too goddamn loud. Sorry about that. It's hotter than the inner walls. Hello, look at this shit here. Eugene here, Hughes. I thought I knew what I was doing. Okay, so it's hotter than the inner walls of Satan's asshole here in Texas. It's June. It's nice and hot. Had my big fan on, so I lost everything here. But we're back on track. Okay, so let's show you what we're going to be doing, okay? We're going to be showing you how to build your own little Board Track Racer replica. No, it doesn't have the drop loop frame. If you have $1,000 you want to spend on a tubing bender, I can show you how to do that. We may still do one coming up here, and maybe I can bend some of the parts for you, and then you build the jig and make it work. That's a possibility if I get enough people showing interest here. So, but this is what we're doing here. We're starting with Huffy Cranbrook frame. Let me show you how I took a basic Huffy Cranbrook, brand new, tore that bad boy down. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so there we go. Got the brand new Cranbrook. We're going to tear it down. I had it sit in the yard out in the rain, the elements for. I like to age and get a little rust on them, get them going. It doesn't matter because I'm going to be repainting them anyways here. So you're going to take off your front forks, take off the rear wheel. We're going to take the fender off. Then that gives you access to your kickstand. Take off your chain guard. This is a great little tool. Check the link down below there for the Park chain tool there. Just a few bucks. Take off the bottom bracket, your crank assembly there. Remember, you got left-hand threads on that one side. Sometimes I'll use an industrial heat gun to take off the stickers. Here I just scratch it. I'm going to hit it with a grinder later before I do paint. This is going to be a distressed one. Okay, now check out how I'm cutting here the support tube. Let's stop this bad boy here. Okay, so when you cut this here, this support tube that goes right here, do not use an angle grinder with a cutting wheel on it. The angle grinder, let's go back up here. The angle grinder with a cutting wheel, if you cut this thing is under tension and it's going to pop on you. And your cutting disc spinning about 13,000 RPM is going to shatter and go all over the place, and you're going to regret it here. So I use the reciprocating saw there, the Sawzall with a metal blade. Let's see here, this here was in there more or less like that, I think it was. Nope, just like that. Cut it, broke the tension. Then I came in and I cut it off of the down tube here, and then I cut it here in the back. Let's show you one thing here. Now where you cut this bad boy here, you want to make note of the welds. I'm not even having the damn camera on. Let's do this here, okay? Now we got the camera on. Okay, so you've got the welds here, and you want to cut ahead of the welds. You want to leave the welds here. You don't want to mess with that. So be mindful when you cut your frame there. Then I used the angle grinder with the flap disc, cut off the excess, ground off the excess here, and we're ready to go. Now this is the new style Huffy Cranbrook. You've got I don't like it so much because it has the crook in the frame, but we're going to work with it. The front motor mount, it would be really nice if I could use a CNC mount like this here on the front. There's just simply not going to be room. Reason being is, well, we need room for the gas tank, which is going to go up in here. We removed this frame support, so we've got to put something back in. What I'm going to do is put this guy here in a jig, take a piece of 3/4 inch tubing and weld that in. Of course, I'm going to make it fit, make it made up, get the angle of the dangle right, and weld it in. Then we'll have the space here, and then we'll make a template for the gas tank. We're going to make the gas tank out of 16 gauge steel for the top part, that for the outer part, top and bottom, that is. And then the sides are going to be made out of 22 gauge. We're going to use an English wheel. Let's get going here. Going to use an English wheel to get the curve on the gas tank. Let me show you. Here you can see where the Harley-Davidson sticker is on the gas tank there. It's rounded. And we're going to get that shape with an English wheel, but we're going to have to use a rubber band. So and I'll get into much more detail about that to do it. Or if you want, you can just make something flat. If you don't have access to an English wheel, you can get a cheap English wheel online for about 150 bucks. After the video's over, I'll put a link down below. So this here will have you set up. I estimate we're going to do this in about 5 parts. I'll guide you through setting up the, let's see here, building the whole bike. We're going to use the original forks that came off of the bike. We're going to weld 1-inch pieces on either side here, and then use a support here to make the truss like we see there on the bike, okay? So let's go ahead and get rid of that here, but like I said, we're going to use this here, weld it up. I'll show probably a couple of different options that we can do on the forks, but I like the original forks. Why, go through all the trouble here? I want to save you some time and money if we can. English wheel is an option as well if you want. Give me, I'll leave some contact information in the video description down below. If you're interested in following along, I'll have more specifications on the website. There'll be a link down below there. And if you want to buy the gas tank, I'll be happy to build the gas tank for you. So hey, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Let's see here. Click subscribe, all that good stuff here. We got a lot of things going on here. I'm going to kind of get away from doing the 2-stroke kits, and I want to focus on 4 strokes. These guys here are getting to be cheaper made every day. They're not as quality as they used to. The chrome bore inside of the motor doesn't last as long as it used to. So I'm getting tired of these things here. I see people have a lot of problems with them. Why not spend $100, $200 more on a kit and get something that, one, you're not going to have to be working on all the time, and something that's going to last a lot longer. So that's my 2 cents on it. But these guys are fun to play with. They look cool. So yeah, we're still going to play with them. So get ready for part 2. I'll give you about 2 or 3 days notice of when I'm going to do the next part. We're going to do about 5 parts here to get it finished out. Hey, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Thank you.